So the homie Decap hit me up to let me know that he was bringing his very own knock plugin to iOS. And when I tell you it knocks, fam, hop in. Let's take this for a test ride. Alright, so quick tour of the plugin. If you're unfamiliar, this is from Decap, the creator of Drums That Knock, that has been #1 since forever and continues to be some of the hardest drums on Splice and on the internet. Drums that have definitely made it into your favorite songs. So this is the brainchild of the same guy who created those drums, but he's now giving you the sauce and the formula, in fact, a whole plugin to making your drums knock the same way. Now, I don't think this is meant to replace any of the other third-party plugins that we have for processing our drums, because even some of our best ones that we already have is more of a one knob does it all and just scroll through the presets and you got instant fire, you got instant compression that just brings the heat, right? And I think this is a very similar tool. However, I think this is more designed for somebody who wants to go a little bit deeper into the sound design and bringing out those transients and those attributes and those articulations in your drums. And not even just drums, just other instruments like vocals or anything that you want to bring out color, presence, saturation, and overall character to your beat. So we're in Beatmaker 3 right now, and we have the knock plugin pulled up, and I just want to show you how it interacts with the tools that I'm already using. And right now we have Chompler pulled up and we just created that loop. So let's check out what this thing does. I feel like everything is pretty much straightforward and straight to the point. Simple, easy, clean setup. Even down to the user interface and how everything is laid out, mapped out, and how everything is worded. Everything is straight up and easy to understand. So the first knob controls the punch, and these will bring your transients to life and bring them up to the forefront. Second knob controls the saturation levels. 3 modes of saturation you can choose from, and these will bring you a lot more color and a lot more articulation to what already exists inside your waveforms. This middle knob controls the sub. This actually adds a sub-bass oscillator to pretty much everything with the lower frequency, so more than likely your kicks are going to be affected. You can even choose the key range in that sub-bass. And then next you have the air knob, and this does exactly what it sounds like. All the airy sounds, all the lighter frequencies, all the higher articulations. This knob will give it that nudge in the right direction while you have a vintage mode and a clean mode. So you can choose between having your high or your mid-range frequencies in a more subtle, clean way, or you can choose to dirty them up with a little bit more of a vintage grunge to it. And then you have the clip knob. And in some instances, sonically, it's okay to clip sometimes. But this gives you the option to decide how you want to clip. You can either decide to go hard with it by bringing those normalized frequencies all the way up, or you can decide to bring it all the way down and have a little bit of soft clipping. And of course, you can control how much clipping range that you have within that plugin. And it's actually really dope to know that as you're playing and experimenting with these knobs, the visualizers are actually interactive real time, even when the beat is playing. All right, so down here at this bottom tray is where you'll find your filter sweeping adjustments. So from here, you can adjust your low pass and your high pass filters. So if you want to, you could roll off some of that low end, or for a more lo-fi sound, you can bring that high pass filter down and roll off some of that high end and get a little bit more of that lo-fi muffled effect. You have your respective in and output gains. You have a gain match feature. You have 2 HQ profiles at the bottom. You can even adjust the tonality of the overall plugin. This is just really, really intricate stuff. And then you can adjust how wet or dry knock is on your instrument. So let's finish cooking up and I'll show you some demos of some of these presets and what this is actually doing. And so you can see as we're bringing up that decay, it almost elongates that kick and damn near transforms it into a 808. And like I said, we can change the key. Change the tonality a little bit. And as you're experimenting with everything is literally experimental. So you can toggle these on and off just by pressing these buttons up here. Let's add one more thing. All right, so this has been the first look at the Knock plugin by Decap on iOS in Beatmaker 3 on the iPad. This is just fire. So shout out to Decap for even bringing this to me and bringing this to the community, the iOS community. I mean, I've seen it on desktop, and every time somebody drops something like this, I always think like, man, it would be dope if we could just get some love here over on the iOS side. But thank you, Decap. Appreciate you, fam. This is hard. This thing actually knocks, and I will be using this in a lot of my beats. This is officially out in the App Store. I'll put the link in the description. Go ahead and grab that. This is Knock by Decap on iOS. Let's go.